Hello, I'll be explaining الدرس مال Unit 2 in two videos, I think. The first part, which is the basic concept of probability, is going to be this video. The second video, I'm going to explain the conditional and the positive predictive value of the المهم مال Bayes theorem. Okay? So الحين basically when we're talking about probability أقول لكم أشياء مثل what's the chance إن العين تفوز ولا what's the chance إن باكر تمطر يعني يا رب تمطر بس يعني what are the chances or what's the probability إن تمطر. Okay? The last example, which is what is the chance that the patient responds to a new therapy. Okay, so here we're just talking about probability. So it's all in the same سياق of كلمة chance. Okay, what are the chances? What are the odds of us getting these results? Okay, so we know الحين تكلمنا about probability. We're going to talk about random experiments. You guys know now when we do a random experiment, okay, مثلا tossing a coin. Tossing a coin, it depends on the two sides, heads or tails. So we have two outcomes. The two outcomes are either heads or tails. Okay, and here when we talk about probability, how do we denote it? How do we denote the outcomes? How do we write the event? How does everything happen? خلوها كل الحين أنا explain it أصوب. Okay, so تخيلوا عندكم a dice. هذا a dice. Okay, dice في 1 2 مثلا 4 sides or في 6 sides. And what are the possible outcome of a dice? We can either get 1 2 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. صح؟ Okay. الحين أباكم تعرفون كلمة there are two words. شيء اسمه disjoint. بعد they call it as mutually exclusive events. Disjoint events or mutually exclusive events. شو معنى هالكلمة؟ معنى هالكلمة if I roll the dice, there is no way I'll get two possible outcomes. There is no way I'll get 1 and 5. It's only one thing. If you roll the dice, you either get a 1 or you get a 2 or you get a 3 or you get a 4 or you get a 5 or you get a 6. ما في 1 and 2, 5 and 6, 4 and 3. ما في two outcomes. It's only one outcome. And this is what we call a disjoint event or a mutually exclusive event. Okay? فنرجع الموضوع الحين. أنا بقولكم مثلا I want to create or I want to know the possibility of getting a number less than like when rolling a dice, what is the probability of getting less than a 3? Okay, so I want to know what's the possibility or probability قصدي of getting a 1 and a 2. صح ولا لا؟ الحين كيف how do we write that all in numbers بدال in like فوضى. فالحين the event I created okay مثلا بسميه event A, which depends on شو getting or rolling a dice and getting a number less than 3. الحين how do I write all of this in numbers? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do A equals to أنا write النمبرز وآخر شي قاعدة أكتب حروف. المهم A وبنحط curly brackets, وفي هالcurly brackets we're gonna write all the possible outcomes that event A could happen. قلنا event A is less than 3 فإتس 1 and 2. If I can write 1 and 2. Those are the outcomes I can get when rolling a dice to fulfill this event A. Okay? قولوا الحين يا حد تاني قال لا أنا أبغى أسوي event اسمه event مثلا B ويقول والله I want all getting an odd number when rolling a dice. What are the odd numbers when rolling a dice? It's number 1 3 5 صح? So I can write B equals to, or we denote it as 1 3 5. So to fulfill event B, or the possible things that we could get in order for it to be event B, is 1 3 or 5. So this is what we mean by event, or this is what we mean by outcomes and events. So the event is this thing going on over here. The outcomes are either 1 3 5. So we have 3 outcomes. Okay, so and here if we go to this example, okay, we talked about disjoint and mutually exclusive events. وقلنا إن these are events that only have one outcome. ما يصير we roll a dice ويطلع لنا 1 and 2. كيف جي بعد؟ You're rolling a dice, you're either getting a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6. Okay? So هنيهم they're basically doing their own events, و based on that they drew the circles. قالوا لنا event A is when we get 1 or 2. Okay? ما أعرف أرسم pretty brackets, which is okay. Event D is getting a 2 or getting a 3. Event B is when you're getting a 4 or getting a 6. Okay? So based on each event, they have a certain number that they're getting. From A, so a circle حصلوا إن it has 1 and 2. Event D also has 2. فيعني they're overlapping in some way. Event B doesn't overlap with any of the other cases. Number 5 لحسن حظه it's not even in any of the events, but this is one of the possible outcomes when rolling a dice. صح ولا لا? We have 6 possible outcomes, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. المهم الحين وانا اقول لكم I wanna know the event of A occurring. Okay, what's the chances of me getting event A? Event A is if I roll a 1 or if I roll a 2. So there's a 2 out of 6 chance to get event 1. صح? What are the chances of me getting event مثلا D? D is when I roll a 2 or a 3. So there's another 2 over 6 probability of me getting event D, which is 2 or a 6. Okay? الحين ذيت قلت لكم what is the possibility of me getting A and D? This is what we call هني and the addition rule. We're gonna add them together. So أباكم you guys familiarize yourselves with هالfancy thingies اللي نشوفهم تحت اللي ما بعرف إيش السالفة. A union B. Okay. So A union B هالشيء اسمه union. و this thingy اسمه intersection. Okay. So if we're talking, well, if we have a circle مثلا مني, we have another circle مثلا مني. Union means it's gonna include all the parts. So كل هذا حتى the intersecting part هذا. ومن اسمه intersection part, so we know إن if we draw another 2 circles مني مثلا. Okay. When we say intersection part, يعني we're just talking about this part اللي هني في النص داخل هذا. That's it. This is the intersection part. Union means all of it. Intersection part means بس اللي في النص. Okay. So الحين إذا قلت لكم أبا I know A and D. أبا أعرفهم together. فبسوي A union D. أبا أعرف all the probability of getting the event A and D. Okay, I can be like A plus probability of getting D. A قلنا is شو 2 over 6. وهذا قلنا شو بعد 2 over 6. So we have a 4 out of 6 chance to lay or to be in the event A or D. Okay. إذا قلت لكم الحين مثلا what's the probability of getting event A and event B. Okay. Event A is شو 1 and 2. Event B is شو 4 and 6. So there's no intersection part, which is normal يعني عادي ما بلازم يكون في intersection عشان you add them together. ف event A okay has a 2 out of 6 chance to occur when rolling a dice. Event B has a 2 out of 6 chance also to occur when rolling a dice. So you can do in the union part of A and B, which is A plus B. كل واحد has a 2 over 6 plus 2 over 6, which is a 4 out of 6. Okay? So this is when we talk about addition. This is what we call the addition rule. So basically we're just adding it up. We know إن هالشيء اليو يعني union والثاني يعني intersection. I'll talk about how you calculate this intersection part later. المهم. So الحين there's another بعد scenario بدل rolling dice. We're gonna talk about مثلا a deck of cards. الحين I don't know if you guys know how a deck of cards work. A deck of cards basically has, it's شوي complicated. Okay, I'll explain it بسرعة. So we have diamonds and we have أنا أسميه popcorn. شكله شي popcorn. Okay, and we have hearts and we have spades. Okay, so we have diamonds, popcorn, hearts and spades. All of them كل ورقة منهم has a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 J Q and K. ف we have all the possible يعني في كروت كلهم فيها A 1 2 3 مدري شو، كل واحد فيه diamonds, popcorn, heart و spades. يعني spades عند all of these. spades has all of these وفي diamonds مو في hearts فيهم all of these وفي popcorn فيهم all of these وفي diamonds فيهم all of these. Plus we have another two which are the two jokers. Okay, وهذا كله is in total which is 52 cards. Okay, so مثلا in this scenario أنا أقول لكم أن مثلا هم حاطين هني أن the chances of getting a diamond has all the cards مثل ما قلت لكم 1 2 3 sorry ما في A1 ليش قلت لكم A1 ما في A1 is the ace المهم which is the ace 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 and the J the Q the K. Okay, and the face cards في شيء اسمه face cards which are the letters but not A which is the J Q and K. هذا نسميه نحن the face cards. So from all the set from all the whole 52 cards we have all the possibilities. مثلا شوفوا hearts عنا the hearts وعنا the hearts of K, hearts of J و hearts of Q. عنا diamond KQJ عنا popcorn KQJ عنا spades KQJ. فيعني we have all of the face cards مني and we have all of the diamonds مني. هني they're telling you what is the possibility of getting a diamond or a face card. حطوا ببالكم إنه they're saying or. فنحن ما نبى a diamond and a face card لأن there is a possibility of getting a diamond and a face card which is الdiamond اللي هني and a face card over here. Okay, face cards again. Face cards are J, Q and K. هذا اسمه face cards. Okay. هني شو يقولوا لكم؟ Are you just gonna add when you just want مثلا they're saying what's the probability of getting a diamond or a face card? Are you just gonna do لأن we have 13 cards مني we're gonna just add this و this نفس فوق؟ لا لأن واحد نحن شو نبغى نسوي؟ We wanna remove this part اللي هني لأن نحن ما قلنا نبغى a diamond and a face card. We don't want to include this set لأن there is a set which has a diamond and a face card. هني they want a diamond or a face card. So we want to eliminate this. How do we eliminate this? بنسوي minus 3 over 52. Simple. Okay, this is the union part. How do we write this? We can write it this way. Okay, so the possibility of event A, which is all the diamonds, and the possibility of event B, which is the face cards, minus the union, the intersection of these two. The intersection of these two, اللي في النص, كان the diamonds and the face cards together. Okay, so we want to eliminate this. نحن شو كان عنا 3 بس اللي هم J, Q, K, diamond. هم the union part, the intersection part. So بنسوي minus 3 over 52. Okay, you're gonna get the number that you want over here. المهم. So أبغاكم الحين تعرفون شيء اسمه sample space. Sample space basically means all the possible outcomes we can get. يعني when I roll a dice, dice مالنا. Okay, when I roll the dice, all the possible outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is all the possible outcomes that we can achieve from rolling a dice. Okay, so how do we denote the sample space? نكتب S بعدين نكتب all the possible outcomes. طبعا ها curly bracket عليه ديون لأنه ما أعرف كيف أرسم this curly brackets. We write all the numbers وش اسمه نحط هذا curly bracket. الحين يوم أنا كنت قاعدة أشرح لكم الدرس اللي قبله قاعدة أقول لكم إن probability is out of 1 صح؟ probability is a number between 0 or 1 which is the same thing as 100% or 0% صح؟ بس خلوا 100% و 0% لأنه شوي confusing. So when you add the probability of getting all these numbers, so if you do a summation of I from 1 مثلا هني عنا 6 مثلا, okay, the probability of the outcomes كله should equal to 1. Probability of getting 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 كله should equal to 1. كيف يعني؟ يعني الحين if I roll a dice وأقول لكم what's the probability of me getting a 1? It's a 1 out of 6. What's the probability of me getting a 2? It's 1 out of 6. What's the probability of me getting a 3? It's 1 out of 6. What's the probability of me getting a 4? It's 1 out of 6. A 5, it's also 1 out of 6. A 6 is also 1 out of 6. If we add all of this, بيطلع لنا 6 over 6, which is 1. So if we add all the probabilities of getting يا هذا or هذا or هذا, حتى if we مثلا make these into an event, أقول لكم event A is هذا, و event B is هذا, و event C is هذا. If I add all of them, كل المفروض يطلع لنا 1. بس طبعا when you're adding, you should make sure that the events don't overlap or whatever. Okay. So الحين مثلا هني we're gonna talk about the word complement. Okay. So إذا قلت لكم مثلا event D, okay, is denoted as getting a 2 or 3. Event D depends on if you get a 2 or a 3 is event D. الحين طبعا when we roll a dice, we don't just get a 2 or 3. في other sets صح, which is a 1, a 4, a 6, a 5. أي شيء out of these possible outcomes, which is the 4, 5, 6 and the 1, هذا كله نسميه the complement of D. So D complement are the other outcomes that we can get which are outside this set. Okay, which is 1, 4, 5, 6. So we denoted نحطي the same event ونحطي we denote هني a small c فوق. Okay. So basically إذا قلت لكم قلنا نحن هني rolling a dice can get, we have 6 outcomes. Okay. So if we add this possibility of getting this D and getting the complement of D, مفروض يطلع لنا 1. ليش؟ هذا includes 2 and 3 وهذا includes 1, 4, 5, 6. فنحن شو؟ we added all the probability, all the possibility or the possible numbers that we can achieve والمفروض يطلع لنا 1. نفس الشيء إذا سوينا what's the probability of getting D? It's the same thing as saying 1 minus the probability of getting anything that's not D, which is 1 minus هذا اللي هني, which is 4, 5, 6 or a 1. المهم with the numbers يعني, which is 4 out of 6, which is شو 1 minus 4 out of 6. والله ما أعرف كم. 1 minus 4 so 0.33. لا في شي غلط. المهم I'll check it later. So this is the probability of getting D مثلا. Okay. بعد في شيء اسمه independent events. This is when we're talking about 2 different events that are happening. Okay. So imagine مثلا, oh my god, I'm so sorry for having brothers بالغلط. المهم. So مثلا الحين we're talking about event A and event B. خلوها أعصاب. We have event A and event B. Okay. If knowing that one event has occurred, it does not mean this event is going to affect the other event. Event A does not affect on event B. ما يخصم. Okay. So this is what we call independent events. هذا does not affect this or هذا does not affect this. They're 2 independent events. Okay. مثلا again, example the dice. Imagine we have a dice and we're rolling it. Okay. مثلا we have 2 dices لأن هذا event وهذا event. Okay. Then sorry. Okay. مثلا قلت لكم we have a green dice and we have a blue dice. Okay. أنا بعرف what are the chances إن أنا I get a 1 in the blue dice and a 1 in the green dice. شو بسوي؟ أنا قلت لكم إن getting this dice getting a 1 is 1 out of 6 صح؟ و getting 1 out of this dice is also 1 out of 6. بس how do we write this in maths form؟ بنكتب P A intersection B equals to P times A. Probability of A times probability of B. Okay? So, I'll write this بيكون probability of getting the blue to be 1 intersecting also or also getting green to be 1, which is basically the probability of getting blue 1 times green equals to 1. What's the probability of the blue getting 1? It's 1 out of 6. What's the probability of the green getting 1? It's 1 out of 6. Multiply them together with like 1 out of 36. So this is the concept of two events happening instead of one. شوفوا هني عنا the blue dice and the green dice. The possibility of getting this square is 1 out of 36 chances مني. Okay. So عارفة إني ما شرحت الدرس عدل. I know it's a bit confusing. إذا عندكم أسئلة send it to me لأن you read the notes لأن the notes كاتبة الشرح أحسن. بس if you have any questions please tell me. I know الشرح is not the best. بس yeah.